Hi Libra, it's time to talk about love for October. This is a general reading and a collective reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Libra out there because not every Libra is going through the same thing at the same time in their journey as it relates to love. So if it doesn't resonate with you, check out your moon and rising signs. And if you're still not finding your answers, there's lots of gifted tarot readers out there. Ask for guidance, because I assure you that if you're looking for an answer, God's got it for you. If you have a question, they want you to have the answer. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit, thank you so much for Libra. Thank you that they like to know ahead of time what kind of energies they're going to be navigating so that they can prepare for those energies. Thank you for clear and concise messages. Thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. And thank you for love, light, and prosperity in these readings as they relate to love. Show us clearly what three main energies will Libra be navigating as they walk through the month of October as it relates to love. Show us clearly. And again, we thank you for clear and concise messages. Okay, Libra, let's see what you've got going on here. Ooh, you start with the light. Then you have your base chakra and your sacral chakra. Okay, let's see what's going on with you, Libra, as it relates to love. We're going to get clarifiers from the Good Tarot. And if you're new to my channel, stick around, because at the end of every reading, I do a PS. It's a little added message. Sometimes it confirms the message already on the table. Sometimes it adds to it or gives you a whole new something. So as it relates to love for Libra in the month of October, show us clearly what are these energies. Clarify them for us. Light. What does that have to do with Libra in love in the month of October? Clarify the base chakra and the sacral chakra. Very interesting energies to get as it relates to love in the month of October for Libra. So clarify for us, what does this all mean? Okay, let's see what's going on here. As it relates to light, we're getting justice and page of water. As it relates to the base chakra, we're getting 9 of earth. And we're getting 4 of air. Let me see, can you see that? Is that a better picture? Yeah. As it relates to the sacral chakra, we're getting 8 of air. And we're getting love. Okay, Libra, let's see what's going on here. So the first energy we get, and these are not necessarily in order either. The first energy that we're coming up with is light. This is the same as the sun card. So it looks like as it relates to love in the month of October, you're going to be feeling like the sun's shining on you, like nothing can go wrong, like you've got victory in every aspect of your relationship, or the relationship that you're calling into your life, or the relationship that you want to have one day. Whatever the situation is for you, you're feeling like God's just shining blessings down on you as it relates to love in the month of October. We've got the Justice card here. So the Justice card is about, some people call it the karma card, like karma's coming in. Whatever you've sown in the past, you're about to start reaping what you've sown. And so if you've lived in your integrity and stuff like that as it relates to relationships, you're going to have some really good payback coming to you within these relationships. But this is what I see in here in this card. This sword right here of truth, if you notice, it's got some of the same coloring as that sun, right? See, some of those colors kind of match those cards. So I feel like you've come to a truth about who you are and how you present within a relationship, and perhaps some truth about what a relationship is, because sometimes we are brought up believing that a relationship's supposed to be a certain way, and then as we move through life and get older and our eyes open and our hearts open, we see different things that are, our definition of relationship may become a little more flexible or a little more, and that could mean just like, instead of the man coming home at the end of the day, you know, like June Cleaver thing, where he gets in his recliner and he's weighted on hand and foot. Instead of that being the case, your mind opens up to where, oh no, this is a partnership. We work together. We get home in the evenings. We cook together. We share the chores. You know, we share cleaning the kitchen after we've cooked. We do the laundry together. Or we take turns. There's more of equality within a relationship. It could be something as simple as that, or something way off the spectrum that you would have never imagined yourself in, like being married to somebody from another country, a different race, an alternative type relationship. And I hate saying alternative because, again, it depends on our flexibility in the definition, but you know, a same sex, you're opening up your mind to same sex relationships, or any of those things. But for what it means for you, Libra, you're going to know, because it's going to resonate with you. You understand what I'm talking about. So this is what it has done for you, this opening your mind to what the definition of a relationship is, or how you present in a relationship. I love this card. It's the Page of Water. So pages are about enthusiasm and messages and things like that. This little page is running across the water. Like, she has had so much emotional fulfillment. She's so light and enthusiastic that she runs on the water, not through the water, because she's so light and peaceful and happy with where she is in life. Now, this is not gender specific, right? So either within this relationship or with the anticipation of a relationship that you're wanting to call into your life, or that you are considering taking to another level, whatever it is, you're feeling very light and enthusiastic about it. Okay? Here's the base chakra. How does that relate to love? I'm going to go back to this card right here, this Sword of Truth, where, you know, you could have come from a place where relationships, marriage is defined one way, or the roles within a marriage are defined one way, and it has caused you issues possibly in the past, and so it's like you're being acknowledged because you're seeing things a little differently. This woman in the Nine of Pentacles. So whenever I pull pentacles or anything like that doesn't relate to love, but I'm doing a love reading, I read the card like it's talking about love. Because if I ask God about love, He's answering me about love. Okay? So these pentacles represent your independence in the way that you see things now. And see this veil across her face? She sees things a little differently. It's like a little mask. It's like she sees things a little differently than she used to see them. Perhaps she's, again, expanded her thoughts on what defines a relationship, expanded her thoughts on what are the roles within the relationship. She's done a lot of soul searching. You see her hands? She's not just willy-nilly figuring out through life, experimenting this or experimenting that. No, she's done some soul searching, and she has come to a point in her life where she's ready to be more open with what defines a relationship, especially a romantic love relationship. And she's done her work. She's asked for guidance, and she sees things differently than she used to. And she's very independent and sound in her conclusion about what's right for her. Again, not gender specific. So we've got the Four of Air. I love this card because in the traditional tarot, this is where somebody is laying flat on a table, or um, it looks like a gurney or something like that. And there's 3 swords on the wall and 1 sword underneath. So for me, this says that they've laid that sword to rest. So this is telling me, Libra, that you've laid that sword to rest. Whatever those thoughts were that you used to have, you're done with that. Again, you've overcome these beliefs about the root chakra is about our foundational beliefs. It's about how we understand things to work in the world. It's about our security, our safety, how we get our money, how we present in relationships, and all that stuff. It's the foundational beliefs or programming that we have growing up. It's those root things in our life that make us that cause us to present ourselves the way that we do in the world. So you've done a lot of work, and not that that's wrong. That's right for whoever it was that feels like it's right. But for you, there's something about this reading that's telling me you've decided to do something a little different. And again, it can be as simple as the roles within the relationship, the roles within a traditional relationship. And you've come to terms with it. This is not gender specific, man or woman. You've come to terms with it. You've done some inner asking. You've looked for inner guidance, and you see things differently than you used to. So now the 4 there, again, you've laid this to rest. You're done with it. This is what I love about this card. Look at her. She's sitting on her cloud, and she's looking like somebody's telling her, well, that's not the way it's supposed to be. And she's just looking at them like, whatever. Because again, this is who she is. And not whatever in an ugly way, because that's not loving. But it's like you have come to a place where you're good like you are. If somebody wants to go do their thing, that's fine too. They can go do their thing. This could be a parent. This could be a parent understanding their child's relationship in this particular energy. And it's like you're looking at your child and they're like, this is who I am. And that's how it's going to be. And love me or leave me. And as a mom, I can tell you, we say, oh, I love you, right? So whether it's you, whether it's one of your children, somebody you love, this energy is showing up as not necessarily defiant, but sure with who they are and where they choose to be and how they choose to present. So what's the sacral chakra about? The sacral chakra is where we birth things. Now we can take this entire reading and say it's about a young woman who has decided to give birth to a child all by herself. That's not so out of the ordinary because it happens all the time. But what's a little out of the ordinary sometimes is whenever a woman decides that's what she's going to do. Some people have an issue with that, right? So this could be about that. But the other thing that's about, whenever we look at the sacral chakra, it is about that creative space within us, that creative space that allows us to give birth to ideas, give birth to creative projects, give birth to allowing ourselves to be vulnerable within a relationship. It's also like almost like the seat of emotions, like that's where they start, way down deep inside of us. So the clarifiers are the 8 of air. So with this card, it's telling me that there may be a small part of you, Libra, who still kind of thinks, but I mean, I can share this and have this conversation with the people closest to me, but I can't share this with everybody. I'm trapped. I can't just go out there and present in the world in this relationship this way. Like, again, I don't know why I keep going back to this. If it's as simple as realizing the roles within the relationship, you're playing ball, you're at the ball, you're watching the Super Bowl with your buddies, right? And they're all talking about how I told my wife, and well, she waits on me and she does this and she does that and I put her in her place, and you're sitting there and you're feeling trapped, like you can't have the conversation about the truth of your relationship, because the truth of your relationship is that, guess what? It's not that way in your house, that there's equal give and take, that you're actually partners, and that she has a say in your life. It not telling you what to do, but that y'all make decisions together. So for you to say the truth about what's going on in your home might cause your friends to say, you know what they say, he's PW'd, he's whipped, she's got him whatever in a corner or whatever. But this is you. If I'm talking to a man about this, I don't know why it keeps coming up, but this is you realizing that every person is male and female, and we all have our strong points and we all have our weak points. And within a good relationship, we kind of balance each other out, right? So you're okay knowing that in your relationship, it's not the traditional, I'm going to get home and get my recliner and watch the ball game. And, you're okay with that because you're a little more progress about doing what works for you. Okay? So you're not really trapped. You can talk about it. You just have to be prepared for the consequences, which you're not really sure. And I'm just talking about the verbal consequences. You're not really sure you want to go there yet. And then I get the love card, okay? So what this is telling me, this is actually the Lover's card. So whether you're within a relationship already, or it's a relationship you're thinking about moving into, and this could be the same for this, all of these situations, you're either in a relationship or about ready to take it to the next level, or thinking about getting into a relationship, okay? So here's the Lover's, this in the traditional tarot, this is the Lover's card. Some people call it the Twin Flame card, okay? But it is definitely in this particular reading, in this particular deck, called Love. And that person, I normally say, whenever I see this card, it reminds me of self-love. And there's a lot of self-love. It takes a lot of deep self-love to allow yourself to be in a relationship where there's truly equality within the relationship. It takes a lot of deep love. If we don't truly love ourselves, if we just live by the way that everybody else lives and expect our spouses to live that same way too, that's not necessarily anything about self-love. That's just about following the crowd, doing what everybody else does, right? But whenever you can dare to be a little bit different, that means that you are truly able to love yourself enough to know that no matter what my buddies say, I'm doing exactly the right thing. And this is not gender specific. I know I keep going back to that situation. I'm not real sure why. I guess somebody out there needs to hear this. But whenever I normally see this card, I talk about how she is resting in the strength of her Creator, knowing that she is loved and that in time her perfect mate will be there, right? But today and in this reading, I'm feeling something a little different. I'm feeling more like this is the masculine allowing his feminine to be a part of who he is. And I'm not talking about two separate people. I'm talking about the masculine and feminine within ourselves. It's like this masculine is saying, you know what? There is this very gentle part of me. There is this very emotionally available part of me that allows for room for me to be able to be emotionally available to my spouse, emotionally available to my significant other. It allows me to do things for her or him that serves them in a way that my friends would never understand. But I'm okay with that because I'm allowing the truth of how I was created as male and female. And that's how we were all created, male and female within us. So it's like you have found that love within yourself that allows you to present that other side of you that most people would never dare to present. Okay, I hope that made sense. It's a great reading. Whatever's going on here, again, whether you're in a relationship, but look how it makes you feel. Look how much freedom it gives you. I'm going to go back to this because, like I said, none of it is necessarily in order. Like this isn't week 1, week 2, week 3, or anything like that. But it's like this realization has allowed you to have a whole new feel about love and relationships anyway. And it's allowed you, because it's you finding your truth, that you truly are male and female. And it's okay. It's okay to present yourself in your fullness. And here's the other thing. It makes that inner child in you joyful. It makes that inner child in you jump for joy because you are being true to who you are and not worrying about what other people think your relationship should look like. Okay. Gotta make sure I don't get these all twisted around. All right. We're going to go for the PS. Before I pray over these cards, I just want to say I will be 2 months old. My channel will be 2 months old in a few days. And I want to thank you so much for the likes, the subscribes, the bell notifications. If you haven't hit that bell notification, please do. If you're not a subscriber and this message has resonated with you, please hit the subscribe button too. And the bell notification tells YouTube that this content is relevant to you. So, with all that said, God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit. Oh, and thank you, Libra. All of my subscribers, the viewers, everybody. Any way that you've supported this channel, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, it has been absolutely amazing for me to see and to watch. And I really, really, really appreciate the opportunity to read for you. Okay. God, guides, angels, archangels, and Holy Spirit. Show us the PS for Libra. Show us the PS as it relates to this message, or the whole new something that you want to say as it relates to love for Libra in the month of October. Okay, Libra, let's see what the PS is. Wow. Okay, so this is a wand. The wand, this is the Ace of Wands. So this is like the universe handing you. It's like whatever happened, whatever realizations that you went through to get to this place where you feel so optimistic about your relationship and how you present in that relationship, and you can see the future in that relationship. That's been a gift. This growth area, it's an inspired growth that you've been through. It was an inspired result of going within and finding out for yourself, what does it mean to you to be in a relationship? This was a gift that you were given from the universe to find this new passion about life and relationships in particular. Look, here's the Queen of Cups. So Libra, this is emotional fulfillment, right? Queens are very vibrant. They are inspired. And this queen, the Queen of Cups, is in touch with her emotional side. She's emotionally intelligent, and it's easy for her to give. She doesn't have to fight with anybody about what their beliefs are versus her beliefs. It's easy for her to give love in spite of, regardless of, because she knows who she is, right? Look. She knows who she is. And it doesn't matter what anybody else says. So this queen is absolutely poised, postured. She is absolutely good with who she is, where she is in life, and she still has this emotional fulfillment, this emotional intelligence to be able to present herself in a very vibrant way. And then you have the High Priestess. Okay, so this is telling me that there's something else going on within your relationship, or within, perhaps you had some kind of intuitive messages about this relationship. Perhaps you had some downloads and whatever, and so you were following what you knew you were getting from the universe, but still not necessarily wrapping your mind around it in a way. But it looks like in the end you followed your intuition, you followed your inner guidance, and this is the result right here. So Libra, that's very exciting. That's a great love reading for October. It looks like you're going to have a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see you next time. Until then, have a super duper day. Bye.